federal employees, how do you know when you've got a comprehensive plan that you can go into retirement comfortable and confident? Well, it's very hard to know 100% anything, but today we are going to be talking about the core areas. If you have a plan for all the areas we're going to talk about, you are going to be in a good spot for retirement. Now, if you're new to the channel, so good to have you. My name is Dallin Hoswell. I'm a financial planner who serves federal employees just like you every day, and I absolutely love it. So again, I'm going to go over a bunch of areas that I think are very, very important for every retirement plan. Now, could there be missing one section or one component that you may be relevant to you? 100%. Every situation is different, but these are some of the core universal things that you need to be taking into account into your financial plan. Number one, eligibility. As a federal employee, you've got incredible benefits, but you have to be eligible for them. Just being a Fed doesn't mean you take all the benefits you want into retirement. For example, health insurance. Not all Feds actually are able to keep the insurance into retirement. You have to be eligible. You have to have a full retirement, a full immediate retirement, and have had FEHB, the government insurance, for the 5 years before you retire. So there's rules on how to be eligible for certain benefits. Now, I'm not going to go into all these rules because that's not the topic of today's video. Today, I'm just going to break down all the different areas you need to have a plan for. So check out my other videos on how to be eligible for retirement or be eligible for the insurance you want. Go check those out. But that's question one. Are you eligible for the benefits that are important to you? Next, being eligible to retire is not the same thing as being able to afford to retire. Those are two different things. You can be eligible for retirement and be nowhere close to being able to afford the retirement that you want. How do you know if you can afford to retire? Well, you got to look at what income you're going to have. Are you going to have your federal pension? What about the first supplement? What about Social Security? Do you have other income, whether a military retirement, whether a VA disability, whether rental properties? What other income do you have? What about your investments, TSP? How much are all those going to be? You want to basically go down each and every one of those income sources you're going to have and say, okay, how much is this going to be? And what factors will influence it, right? For example, your pension. The longer you work, the bigger the pension gets. For Social Security, the longer you delay Social Security, the bigger that one gets. Do you know how to, on each one of those income sources, get the most out of it? That's the sort of planning work that you are going to want to do. Do you have the income you need? If not, do you have to work longer? Do you need to save more? Do you need to delay Social Security? What do you need to do to have the income you need to be comfortable? Now, I see lots of different variations on this. Some people actually crunch the numbers, say, okay, this is exactly what I'm going to have, and yes, I'm comfortable with that. Others say, yeah, it'll be all right? In my experience, that latter reaction of, hey, it'll be close-ish, sometimes that works great, sometimes it doesn't. You need to know your numbers at the end of the day, okay? What income are you going to have in retirement? Next, investments. Investments is a massive piece of your retirement because if done properly, it can produce great consistent income for you for the rest of your life. If done improperly, it can be a tax nightmare and can stress the heck out of you, okay? So what is your plan for investing your money, whether it's TSP or outside money? What's your plan on investing now and into retirement? What's your plan on taking withdrawals now and in retirement? And that leads us to the tax side. Taking money from traditional TSP or traditional retirement accounts is a taxable event. And so you need to be careful on how you take those withdrawals out. If you just do it willy-nilly, especially if you take a big lump sum withdrawal in one tax year, it could have massive tax ramifications. So just be cognizant of the tax side of all the decisions you do. That's a piece of the plan. That is the piece of the plan. Now, I didn't write this down before, but I definitely should have. Let's talk about estate planning. Do you have an estate plan? Do you have a will, a trust, medical power of attorney, financial power of attorney? I'm not going to go into, I've got videos on this, and by the way, I'm not an attorney, I'm a financial planner, but we see how many financial plans don't work if you don't have this in place. get the documents you need, go talk to an attorney, go do something, whatever it takes to have a good estate plan so you and your family are always taken care of. Next, this side is super important, of course, to have the income you need to be eligible, all those things. And this gets a lot of attention, but you also have to realize this side, the protection side. And that has to do with insurance. Do you have the right insurance? Are you, of course, you're going to be eligible for the government health insurance? What's your plan for Medicare? Medicare is a huge one. It can be a great benefit for some and a terrible benefit for others based on your situation. I've got whole videos on Medicare. You can check those out. What about life insurance? Do you need any? Is your family going to be in a terrible spot if something happened to you? Do you need life insurance on your spouse or on your kids? What do you need? If you pass away, is your spouse left with enough income? Those are the sort of questions to answer when it comes to life insurance. And survivor benefits, by the way. When you retire, if you didn't know, you have to pay extra out of your pension if you want your pension or a piece of it to last for your spouse's lifetime as well. So you got to think through those decisions of, hey, if something happens to me, what am I leaving behind? And is there going to be a mess? If not, great. If there is, though, how can you fix that? Next, long-term care. Long-term care. Now, I've got whole videos on long-term care insurance, basically what I think about it, and you can check those out. But do you have a plan for long-term care? If you don't know what long-term care is all about, it's one day, what if you need to be in a nursing home? That can get incredibly expensive. Do you have a plan on how you'd pay for that? These are the sort of things to keep in mind, okay? And again, could there be some things in your plan that are relevant as well outside of these? Yes. But if you've got an awesome plan for each one of these areas, you probably have a pretty good plan, a pretty awesome plan to get you through retirement. So hopefully that gets you gets you going in the right direction. Again, I got whole videos on lots of these topics. Go check those out, but I hope that's helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.